Education, its meaning, definition and goal. Role and importance of education in human excellence. Education is the manifestation of divine perfection already existing in man. How do you define? There are Latin words or English word education. They are educare, which means to train or to mold. And educere, C-E-R-E, this is C-A-R-E, meaning to lead out, to lead the group or to lead out. These are Latin words. While the two meanings are quite different, they are both represented in the word education. The term educare means to bring up, to rise, and to nourish, to train, or to mold. Okay. Educations are Shiksha and Vidya. Shiksha word derived from Shaha, meaning to control or to discipline. Shiksha. Term Vidya is derived from the Vid, means to know, knowledge. Ancient Indian thinkers. Rig Vedas, education man, self-reliant and others. Upanishad, the end product of education is to get salvation. Shankaracharya, education is the realization of the self. And Kautilya Muni, education means training for the country and love for the nation. These are as per the ancient Vedas and Upanishads. Modern thinkers, Dayanand, however, what is his concept? Education is a means for character formation and righteous living. Aurobindo, education means helping the growing soul to draw out that is in itself. Rabindranath Tagore, education enables the mind to find out the ultimate truth, which gives the wealth of the inner light and love and gives significance to life. Plato, education is the capacity to feel the pleasure and pain at the right moment. Aristotle, education is the creation of a sound mind in a sound body. Froebel, education is enfoldment of what is already enfolded in your job. And Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. You have seen the latest scientists and the politicians. They are all highly educated. So they can change the transformation on this one. Now, yasya nasti swayam prajna, shastram tasya karoti kim, lochanabhyam vihinasya darpanaha kim karishati. One who does not have his own intellectual insight. What can the scriptures do for him? What can a mirror do to one who is blind in the eyes? One who does not have his own intellectual insight. What can the scriptures do for him? What can a mirror do to the one who is blind in the eyes? ज्याला स्वतःची विचार शक्ती नाही त्याला शास्त्राभ्यासाचा काय उपयोग. ज्याला डोळे नसतील त्याच्यासाठी आरसा काय करणार. Got a point. What can a mirror do if one is a blind? One who does not have his own, what can the scriptures do for him? Okay. Then, na chaura arya, na raja arya, na bhrata bhajyam, na bharkari, vave kritte vardataha, evam nityam vidayana sarvadana pradhanam. It can either be plundered by a thief, nor can be squeezed by the king. Rajarya, by the king, can be divided by brothers, Bhrat Bhajyam, or not, and does not fall on consumption, Nacha Bharkari. Vyatay Krite Vardate, Evam Nityam Vidayanam, Sarvana. That is, the more the education is spent, the more it grows. Knowledge is one thing that the more you give, the more you gain. Money is exactly opposite. The more you give, it goes on decreasing. Whereas in the knowledge, one, the more you give, the more I derive, the more I get from you. Okay? Vijaye namam narasya rupam adhikam prachandam guptam dhanam. Vijaye bokakari yasaha sukakari vidhaya gurunam guru. Vijaye bandhu jano videsham gamane vijaye para devataha विदये राजसु पूज्यते न हि धनम विदया विहीना. Knowledge is the beauty of man. That is the beauty. It is secretly a hidden wealth. Vidya gives us many pleasures. Vidya is the guru of the gurus. If we ever go foreign, then the work can come only. Vidya is the biggest goddess. Vidya is worshipped in kings, not wealth. Therefore, the person who is without education is an animal. You can see the person in the society, an uneducated person and educated person. A person is not qualified, a person is not, he becomes like a, goes to the level of a vagabond, goes to a thief, or goes to unhealthy habits in the society. Okay? But a person who is educated will have an intellectual power, will have go on thinking on what is the he knows what is right and what is wrong. Okay. He goes to the higher streams of education, higher streams of knowledge, tries to gain the knowledge. Now, we recite this usual press, Asatoma, Sasadgamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotiryoma. Let us move from unreal to real. Let us move from, lead us from darkness to the light. Lead us from the fear of death. Tamsoma, Mrityoma, Amritam Gamaya. To the knowledge of immortality. Amritam Gamaya. Okay. Education is moving from darkness to light. That means from ignorance to knowledge. Okay. Whatever is there is ignorant. Preparation from being responsible citizens of exemplary character is thus the true aim of education. Education should not only serve to develop one's intelligence and skills, but also help to broaden one's outlook and makes one useful for society and the world at large. This is probably the most important benefit of education. Overcome the social prejudice, social evils, and beliefs can really hold back the growth and development of a society and a country. So, to overcome this and understand and explain the things with logic and reasoning, educated minds are very essential. Once, 1 minute, please. One enlightened mind can lit up 1,000 more. Education used in the proper way also helps to reduce the crime and restore the law and order. Nurture the talent and pursue the dreams. Every human has dreams and aspirations. So education is a medium to pursue and fulfill them. It increases the knowledge of a person in different fields of studies. It helps you determine a path you follow and express your talent to the world. You might have seen in the present era, students who get 12th, after passing 12th, they go to the higher stream of engineering or medicine, depending upon their liking and their ability. And they see all the environment which is there, press news and all. Say, for example, Infosys, TCS, these IT companies are coming up. IT companies has a good market. The digital economy has moved up like anything. So the student thinks on that pattern of view. Then he finds that the software development or study of the software development is much more essential in the future generations to come. Okay, I started my career as a typist. Then I moved to various types of escrow machines and all in the banking industry. Then I moved to the computer as the computer. So as the time has changed, I also to change. I cannot go to the initial of passbook writing or this one. Okay. So now I'm well versed to the computer and this one. Though not in the higher streams of computer, there is the software development or software knowledge and all. Okay. Just to have the day-to-day functioning and day-to-day things. Internet browsing also has learned the latest technology. Okay. Nurture talent and pursue the dreams. Enhance the creativity and imagination. Education opens up new ways and ideas to ponder. It cultivates a young mind to think out of the box and explore the different things in life. Education also helps to know about things and stay healthy, fit, and follow a productive lifestyle. Contribute to a bigger growth. Education is a way of academic excellence and paves the path for economic growth of the country. Research and development in sectors like technology, medicines, and others, breakthrough innovations and progressive mindset. All of these are fruits of education, which takes a nation and its people forward. Education will contribute toward the advancement in each and every sector. You take pharma industries, you take IT industry, or you take infrastructure industry. All these industries grow because of the talents which are there in the younger generation, which comes up with these new sectors which Modi government has introduced for the younger generation. Okay, so that also has helped in developing the economy and boost the economy to a higher level. Okay, and, so knowledge, wisdom, and exposure. Education opens up every knowledge and wisdom, every channel of knowledge and wisdom. It exposes us to a new world of information, invent the new things, and know how we can make our surroundings a better place to live and outer lives to a greater and better use. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. When the world is busy getting equipped with the deadly weapons and machinery, it is very important to understand that education is the real asset that can develop an individual as well as a nation. Goal of education is quality of life. Education is the source of knowledge, skill, and capacities. Education is the light of life. Source of knowledge, skill, and capacities. It is the light of life. A person, when he completes his engineering study, likes to go for MBA. So MBA got specialization in the IT sector, bank, this IT sector, or in the finance sector, or in the marketing sector. He chooses the line according to his capability and according to his skill and according to the development of the markets also, development of the markets. Education helps to create the awareness by removing the misconceptions. By interacting with the society, by interacting with the colleague students, by in the MBA, he attains the gains of administrative power, okay, and executive touch, whereby he knows how to control department or how to control an organization. Okay. Education helps to attain the quality of life. Educated people have quality better than an uneducated person. Educated people can develop their knowledge and skill through education. Importance of education for quality of life. Education is very important among all of us. The fact it is commonly nothing to deny among any. The education will transform a person to live a better life and more importantly in a socially well-being. It educates us with all the necessary attributes in leading our life in a proper lifestyle. Education thus makes a remarkable effect on one's personality. Getting educated and finally earning a professional degree prepares you to be a part and contribute in good organization, companies, and institutions. Last 10 years back or 10, 15 years back, the concept of placements had come in MBA institutions and also in the engineering industry. 15 years down the line, the concept of placement has come. Okay, where are the placed, which in the final semester, they take the interview, the corporate companies come and take the interview and select them so that after the getting the degree, they should not go out elsewhere. But if they take a more than 2 years, they will not go elsewhere and all. Okay. So this is the uh, immense quality of an educator who educates a person and makes him forward to carry out the higher responsibility in life as regarding the corporate office. Getting educated and finally earning a professional degree prepares you to be a part and contribute in good organizations, companies, and institutions. Education is the one which provides us the trust in getting ahead and doing something constructive in our near future. Education involves gathering of knowledge in whatever aspects. It helps a person to draw the best of their mind and spirit. Education plays a vital role in the personal growth and the social development among all of us. It imparts us with all the power and necessities in making a noticeable mark in any of the field. Okay. Now, what is the importance in human excellence? Human excellence means upbringing their personality in through the process of through the wheels of the education. Okay. The educated and the skilled member of the family gets an opportunity of employment without any difficulty. How? By the latest concept of campus interviews, where engineering, medical students or the MBA students, they get a chance of opening them. Okay. Educated and capable members of the family are able to fulfill the basic requirements of the family easily. So what is say? Education in every sense is the one of the fundamental factors of development. No country can achieve the economic development without education. That's why more education has become costly because people, the boys go to United States for getting the MS degree or MS degree engineering or in pharma sectors, where major sectors are there, okay, or in the MBA sectors and all. So there the universities are ranked according to their degree, like Boston University, Harvard University, okay, literature and all. So everybody comes to know that's it. So this we have finished 4.1. This is the first topic of 4.1. Okay. Now you come to 4.2 to 4.5. 1 minute. Salient features of yoga education, factors of yoga education, teacher, student and teaching, Guru Shishya Parampara. In yoga, that is important. That's I told you in my previous lectures also that the relation in a teaching in yoga is a Guru Shishya Parampara. It's a like in Bhagavad Gita, where it says Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, it is not a commercial education like it is in other education. That's why this concept of Guru Shishya Parampara has been specifically mentioned in the education sector in yoga in this chapter. This value of education is meaning and definition, types of value, value-oriented education, personality development, contribution of yoga toward development of values, spiritual growth, salient features of ideal yoga teacher, role of yoga teacher, value-oriented education, role of yoga in development of healthy society. Excuse me, I will have a glass of water, please. Sorry, contribution of yoga to a development of values, spiritual growth, salient features of ideal yoga teacher, role of yoga teacher in value-oriented education, role of yoga in development of healthy society. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. Okay. From time immemorial, through the course of Indian mythology and history, we have witnessed great teachers educate and transform students. Dronacharya, Sri Krishna, and Saint Vasishtha are the teachers who inspired the dynamic warriors like Eklavya for Dronacharya, Sri Krishna for Arjuna, Sage Vasishtha for Lord Rama, to enhance the skills and walk the path of the rightness. Modern yoga teacher, with information on our fingertips, we are progressing in technological advancement, financial growth, and an entrepreneurial boom. But we have regressed in our well-being, mental health, and altruism. There is now an increased awareness and a growing need for us to slow down and look within. More people are resorting to exercise, eating organic food, spending time amid nature, dabbling with arts, using music as a therapy, and practicing yoga and meditation. Yoga is a staple in that arsenal, with yoga teachers being sought for after and looked up as a source of inspiration. We have seen the tremendous growth of yoga teachers and the flourishment of yoga all over the world, where International Day of Yoga, June 21st, is celebrated every year. This is at the behest of our great Prime Minister Narendra Modi of BJP government, who has been flourishing like anything. Okay, lot of lot of importance is given to the spiritual growth also. Okay, that also is there. Then the great rishis and munis who are there, they are also taken to confidence and their opinions are also taken. Like Sadhguru from Coimbatore, Isha Yoga. So his value, his comments, his requests are also taken into partly into the political arena. Okay, please remember that. There is now an increased awareness and a growing need for us to slow down and look within. More people are resorting to exercise, eating organic food that we have already completed. Yoga is staple in that arsenal, with yoga teachers been sought after and looked up as a source for inspiration. More people are resorting to exercise, eating organic food, spending time with that. That is, I think, that is repeated. Yeah. Today, yoga has been diluted from its original aim of self-realization to a therapeutic form in the asana-centric approach. That is a great starting point and addresses the model. But with the increased need and demand, the number of yoga teacher training courses and graduating teachers is also on the rise. You've been all young students. When you complete level 3 and level 4, yoga master, you get an opportunity to go worldwide also. The government sends you on the worldwide as an ambassador of yoga to a certain small place or small district in the world. Okay. It may not be say South Korea, entire South Korea. It may part of a certain district of South Korea or certain city or town. That will be treated as a yoga ambassador for 1 year or 2 years. And then you're under deputation, then you come back. Okay. So this is the important that's why so much importance has been given for YCP studies. That is a great starting point and addresses the modern needs, but with the increased need and demand, the number of yoga teacher training courses. What are the salient features of yoga education? Okay, what are the silent features of yoga? Yoga is a universal practice discipline. Yoga is universal in character for practice and application irrespective of culture, nationality, race, caste, creed, sex, age, and physical condition. Neither by reading the text nor by wearing the graph of an ascetic, one become an accomplished yogi. Do you know the difference between a yoga student, a yoga teacher, and an yogi? Yogi doesn't mean the UP's chief minister. No. Yogi means one who has surrendered his life, one who has excelled in yoga, one who has very well thorough with spiritual knowledge. Okay. That person has excelled. One who has reached the state of samadhi, as per Patanjali is this much. Okay. Nirvija samadhi and all. Or one who has attained the moksha stage or the nirvana stage. Okay. That person is attributed to the qualities of a yogi. Without practice, no one can experience the utility of yogic techniques, nor can he realize his inner potential. Only regular practices, sadhana creates a pattern in the body and mind to uplift them. You have seen there are different types of power yoga, beer yoga, that yoga, and this yoga. They have spoiled internationally the value of yoga, the value of this. Okay, so yoga is simple as per the scriptures, as per Hatha Pradipika. Hatha Pradipika or Patanjali Yoga Sutra never says about the power of yoga, never talks about any qualities to yoga. It simply gives that slow, steady, rhythmic, good asana, that gives a lot of benefit. That transforms the life. The exercise doesn't transform the life. Exercise only your body become healthy, but mind it doesn't become healthy. That's why, because there is an imbalance of the state of the breath. The prana flows are imbalanced in exercise. Then it requires the keen desire on the part of the practitioner to experience the higher state of consciousness through the training the mind and refining the gross consciousness. Now, yoga is an evolutionary process. In the development of the human consciousness, refine the gross in the development of human evolution of total consciousness does not necessarily begin in any particular man. Rather, it begins only one chooses to begin. The vice like use of alcohol and drugs, working exhaustively, indulging too much in sex and other stimulation, is to seek the obligation or return to unconsciousness. Indian yogis begin from the point where the Western psychology ends. If fraud psychology is the psychology of the disease, and Maslow's psychology is the psychology of the healthy man, the Indian psychology is the psychology of enlightenment. Because ultimate aim of yoga is follow the principles of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Dharana, Dhyana, Samaya, and the passage is toward the movement from Bairam Yoga to Antaram Yoga through the process of Pratyara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay? If fraud psychology is the psychology of disease and Maslow's psychology is the psychology of the healthy man, then Indian psychology is the psychology of enlightenment. In yoga, it is not a question of psychology of man, rather it is a state of pure higher consciousness. It is it is not also the question of mental health, rather it is a question of spiritual growth. This has come to soul. Now coming to soul therapy, all the paths of yoga, japa, karma, bhakti, etc. Yeah, having healing potential to center out the effects of pain. However, one especially needs proper guidance from an accomplished exponent who has already treated the same track to reach the ultimate goal. The particular path is to be chosen very cautiously in view of his aptitude, either with the help of a competent counselor or consulting an accomplished yogi. Teacher's quality, utsaha, to succeed in yoga, enthusiasm or positive attitude is absolutely essential. Constant inspiration and the ideal of attaining perfection generate energy and helps us maintain regularity in practice. Enthusiasm helps a yogi to be disciplined in practice of abhyasa. Utsaha means very eagerness, very enthusiasm. Okay. Sahasa, courage. No matter what happens externally, sadhana must be done regularly. Yes, sadhana means the goal toward the attainment, the goal toward the practices which leads up to the enlightenment. Whether one is afflicted with material loss or acquires valuable possession, it is wrong word. Whether there are visible signs of progress of sadhana or not, one must continue with one's efforts. So without any losing anything, one should continue the efforts of the practice till one gets the result, or it should continue thereafter also. Okay. So once he gets accomplished in olden era, one is to practice Nema for 2 year, get exempt in the society and to self-discipline of the body and the mind, and then only one starts the practice of asanas. Okay, Dhairya means the confidence and patience reflected in panic or in the miserable and piteous condition. Okay, in any adverse condition, you should be able to deal with the matter and compensate it. I am also having a lot of problems, but I deal with the economy. I deal with the whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Today I am here. Tomorrow I may not be here because of the age problem. Accept it. One has to, when a birth is there, one has to die. Death is imminent. I cannot say, Baba, I am very well, I will not die. No. Today I say I am healthy, I am able to deliver the goods. Okay. Tomorrow I cannot guarantee. Same thing is with everybody. Dhairya is a confidence, patience, reflected panic. Nischayat, determination, practice helps the yogi to achieve klesha karma nivritti. Klesha karma nivritti means eliminating all the kleshas from the mind and the body. Tattvajnan, knowledge of the scriptures, backed by the self-practice, helps in correct understanding. Higher level of meditation helps in person to surrender before the Ishvara, to understand the scriptures, to understand the Vedas and the Upanishads, the four Vedas and the Upanishads. Okay, to understand the scriptures and this one. And so increasing the knowledge of the scriptures will automatically have an impeding effect on the effect. Jnana Sangha Pratignya. During the period of sadhana, one may find it useless to mix with the people who had lower aspirations. This is as mentioned in the definition of Atharva Pradipika. They have said in the Mitaha. Okay, then teaching is a marriage of service and self-care. Service. We have to constantly remind ourselves that we are the only a medium to this ancient wisdom. All teachers studied under the guidance of their mentors. All teachers taught us, and we now share that with other students. Self-care, that is something I advocate a lot, learn it in the hard way. When we walk in the class, we have to be in our best state because the students are receiving energy from us as their need is to solve a problem, be it physical, psychological, or spiritual. Collective sankalpa. We know when we start a yoga class, we start with the prayers. Why we start with the prayers? Because by reciting the prayers, the mind becomes very focused, the mind becomes very calm and tranquil, and are able to understand the grasp. Okay, when the mind becomes very quiet, it's able to absorb this. Okay, the purpose of teachers to educate, inspire, transform, and learn. So, role of a teacher are love, affection, empathy, dedication, commitment, understanding of scriptures, and value-based life. This is role of a teacher as a yoga teacher. Huh? Okay, to motivate, demonstrate, and persuade. It's a friend, philosopher, and guide. Okay. Four conditions for teacher is he or she should perfectly pure, know the spirit of scriptures, not only the bookish knowledge, love and affection, approachable, friend, help the child, not teach him. Then we have the teacher's quality. Okay. Sadak Tattva, and as mentioned in Atharva Pradipika. Utsaha, Sahasa, Dhairya. See, Utsaha, Sahasa, Dhairya, Tattva, Jnana Satya, Nischayat, Jnana Sangha Parityaga. See, we have mentioned Jnana Sangha Parityaga, Katastha, Adivurgaha, Prasadi Yati, Prasadi Siddhayi Yati, Yoga Siddhayi Yati. Okay? What does it mean? The following six things: courage, Utsaha, daring, perseverance, discriminative, knowledge, faith, aloofness from the company, aloofness from the consumer. So these are the qualities of a sadhak tattva. Okay. Then we have the badhak tattva also, but we are talking about a teacher's quality. So this should be the quality of the teacher. As per Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Shraddha, Virya, Smriti, Samadhi, Prajna, Purvaka, Itaresham. Okay. So Shraddha means what? Uncontrolled faith, belief, certainty. Virya, energy, strength of will. Smriti, memory. intentful remembrance or mindfulness. Samadhi, deep absorption or meditation. Prajna, wisdom, discernment. Purvaka, preceding, coming before. Prerequisite, itsaham of other people. Okay. Bhagavad Gita, Shraddha Vallabte Jnanam, Tatparaha Sayantitriha, Jnanam Labda Param, Shantima Chiraneda Yagachati. A faithful man who is absorbed in transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. Now we come to the teaching methods. I think this should be the last topic for the day. Then we'll continue with this 4.2, 4.6. I think I'll be having one, 2, 3 lectures also. One, 2 lectures will be there additional. So during the process of teaching, several methods have been tried over many years, and we find that they fall into two main categories. Instruction methods used in the classroom for teaching theoretical subjects, and methods used for teaching the practical skill. The classroom methods are variously named as the lecture method, the recitation method, the project method, the laboratory method, the dramatic method, and the group discussion method. These are the various methods of teaching. Okay. Project and demonstration method. Yes. Now, it is perhaps the oldest method, lecture method for the formal teaching. It is valuable in organizing large fields on material, separating a particular type of information for immediate use, presenting new information, and synthesizing information from a wide variety of sources. A lecture can be stimulating, interesting, and motivating to the students if the teacher prepares it properly. Second, response to the instruction method. In this method, the teacher gives the precise instruction which precede, follow, or are concurrent with the demonstration, and all students respond to the instructions in the same way. Here they are telling you the teaching skill, the teaching role of a teacher in general, not a yoga teacher, please. Please understand. And ultimately it comes to Guru Shishya Parampara. Individualized instruction method. It is based on the principle that learning is highly individualized. In this method, attempts are made to provide the different means for individual differences within the pattern of the group structure. Project method. The aim of this method is to enable students to put into practice teaching practices what they have learned in the class. It may also be of helpful for students to learn the related information. Certain projects are given to complete it. So their ability and skill is determined by completing their project, by completing the assignments which are given to them. Okay. Then we take a review of the assignments. In embassy, you just to not to appear for the examination and get the marks. No. We have to submit a thesis, we have to submit a report. So lot of work as changes work is there at the last semester. Okay. Demonstration method. Demonstration refers to non-competitive types of performance. Okay. With emphasis on skill and form. Demonstrations are of value if properly directed to both performer and the viewer. Demonstration method as a technique for the use of the class has some disadvantages. The scope of learning is restricted. It utilizes the existing talent rather than developing new skills. However, the demonstration method serves as an excellent group method. We'll end up in this session. Tomorrow we'll continue with this Guru Shishya Parampara and further this one. Okay. We are having 4 point value of education. Yeah.